Boom. Bang, 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 yo, bang, 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 ho. Here is the solo show. Don't you fuck with me. Oh, bang, 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 whoa, bang, 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 yo. Here is the solo show, and don't you gon' fuck with me. Yeah, here is VT. Yeah, woo, yeah. So, right here, right quick. I'm just going to go give the old striggity stream a shiggity share. And why don't you guys let me know how the old volume is, how the old vidya out there is. I'm going to go ahead and I crank it up a little bit, give it a little volume up in this bitch. We're going to go tweet about it. Bang on the Twitter. Shaboom. There it is. Tweety tweet, motherfucker. She's been tweeted. Alright, now we're going to go over to the Face McBook. Click on the Face McBook. There we go. Share it on the feed. Bang, bang. Live. Live. Come on now. I want to type something up in here. I'm going to be typing something up in here. Okay, we're going to be live up in this motherfucker. Bing, bada, bang, bang. You already know what it is. The title of this week's show is going to go ahead and be... Have you been stimulated yet? That's right, guys. Have you been motherfucking stimulated? I want to know. Everyone out there, let me know. Have you been stimulated, okay? I'm going to be forthwith on this one and let you guys know that this dude has still yet to be stimulated, okay? I will say, I got pretty excited. Like, I thought for sure, I'm like, oh, fucking tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the fucking day, son. And I'm like, oh, yeah, tomorrow we're going to get that stimuli. Tomorrow we're going to get that stimuli. And normally, I don't get excited, you know? Like, I don't, like, get amped up about things. Because usually, I get bent over and sent over. I'm pretty fucking good at all that. And this was no exception. But this time I actually got excited about it because I really kind of thought, all right, dude, I'm gonna get it. Jay Jerry, what up? Mitch, how's it going? I did not get a check today. No. I did my taxes with H&R Block. And I guess if you had used H&R Block... there's going to be a delay. For some people, it's going to be like a day or two. For some people, it's going to be like a week. Don't know exactly why, but there's a lot of misinformation about it. I had made a post on my personal Facebook page this morning, okay? I made a post, and that's another thing I want to talk about, is all this misinformation on the corona shit, okay? Not only on the stimulus, but on the unemployment stuff, on a lot of different things. There's so much misinfo right now, okay? But let me tell you, no, I did not. As far as the unemployment stimulus, okay, they're supposed to be giving an extra $600 a week, yet to receive. Still, hopefully this week I start getting that. That would be nice. At least that would be nice, you know, to get that extra. I'm really happy as long as I can keep things paid, but it really sucks to fucking be laid off on the bare minimum wages on unemployment, especially when there's work to be done. Like, we have contracts that need to be completed by certain times, and they're all going to be in back charging and shit like that. By the time we get to them, it's going to be fucking hairy season. I really believe, but you know, it does suck to kind of be on the bare minimum. So all these stimulus things, they are great, but here's where the misinformation comes in, right? I made a post on my personal Facebook page about not getting my stimulus today, asking if anyone else had. Somebody replied, and they were like, oh, if you got it through H&R Block, you're going to have to wait for a paper check, because anyone who got it through H&R Block on the Emerald card isn't going to have it as a regular direct deposit because they don't want to fuck with all the extra influx coming into their banks. It sounds, like it makes sense, et cetera, et cetera. On the H&R Block Emerald card website, there is this question, is my check going to be on the Emerald card? It says right on their website, yes, it is. And because of all this misinformation, people saying stuff like this, and it wasn't just this one person that said that. There was a couple people who said, yeah, that's what I heard too. Anyways, so I call H&R Block, the local branch, myself. I said, you know what, I'm going to fucking figure this out today, find out what's going on. This was earlier today. I call these motherfuckers, and I'm like, hey, I said sit on hold for a few. I finally get through, and I said, look, I got a question. There's a lot of misinformation, a lot of people saying this, a lot of people saying that. I got to know straight from the horse's mouth. Is my stimulus going to be on my Emerald card? Did I not get it today because I just haven't got it yet? Or did I not get it today because it's not going to be on my Emerald card? And the lady straight said, as far as we know, and as far as we've been told by H&R Block and the government, yes, they are going on your Emerald card. There is a delay of 2 days to 2 weeks because some people got the refund advance and some people got more in advance than what their refund actually was. So there's a lot of people whose advance loans didn't get paid off. So they have to go through and make sure your advance loan, if you got one, was paid. If you didn't get an advance loan, then it should only be 2 days. If you did get an advance loan, it might be next week. But I did get an advance loan, but mine was all paid, so I'm not worried about it. The main thing is all the misinformation out there. It's frustrating when you try to find out what's actually going on. Like today was stimulus day, so as far as I was concerned, I was going to get the stimulus today, and it's not like I can really go out and spend it, you know what I mean? Like, you can't buy shit unless you just I could go buy a bunch of food or something, but really there's not much food to be bought. There's a lot of empty spaces on them shelves. But the main thing is, like, I wanted to get my children new bicycles with that money because they really need new bicycles. They can't be in school. They have to have something to do other than video games. So I was going to take some of that money. I was going to get new bicycles. I was going to order 4 new tires for the car because we have decent tires right now, but they're not going to make it another season. What's up, James? How's it going? Solo tonight. Bang, bang. But I do have some of that blueberry yum yum up in this bitch, and let me tell you, I'm about to spark this bitch. It can't be talk without a little bit of joke. You already know what it is, okay? Let me tell you, that is pretty fucking blueberry bonic, alright? Tastes just like a little blueberry, baby. So yeah, let me know how it sounds. Is it sounding good? Is the volume okay? Is it too loud, too light? What up? Also, drinking on some of that fucking grape gosh dang Kickstarter. You already know what it is. Midnight Grape. Energizing Midnight Grape. Boom, motherfucker. And let me tell you something about this Midnight Grape here. The flavor on this grape is not like a chemical grape, okay? It's not like a grape soda grape. It's got like a grape jelly, grape soda, almost on the flat side, okay? Mike's a little loud. Alrighty, we'll give her a crank down. Boom, boom, boom. Is that better? Is that a little nicer? And let me tell you, this grape Kickstart is not bad. It gives you a nice little bit of that jamminess on the initial swallow. And then when you exhale, you get that nice, crisp, kind of flat carbonatedness, I guess you would call it. But there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Drinking on that. Also, tonight, I am vaping on the Diesel RTA on the Zenith. And I'm bringing back the no battery door zone because somewhere I lost the battery to this mod. And I love it so much that I'm still using it because I don't give a fuck. Okay? So there we go. And I've got that at 3 volts, believe it or not. And that one is really chucking tits. Woo! Chucking tits, baby. Also, going to be vaping on the Vapor Shark Hedron and the Reload RTA. Bang! Gotta love it. This is an Authentic Reload. Authentic, baby. You already know what it is. Authentic Reload RTA. Very expensive, but very, very nice RTA. In this, I have Killer Custard Lemon, I think. Killer Custard? Something like that. Custard Shop Lemon. There we go. Lemon Tart. Not Custard Shop. I'm wrong. I think I'm right the first time. Killer Custard. Hey, I finally got the notification. I finally got to skip the trial. I'm going to go smash. I'm going to say hi in the chat. Hello. In the chat. Then I'm going to smash the like button. Then I'm going to go share this on my personal Facebook page. Although I probably shouldn't because my fucking, my boss fucking, my boss sees that page. You know what I mean? But, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. I'm going to go share it. Boom. Share it, baby. Boom. There it is. Boom. Bang. Shared. Gotta love it. There it is. So now that my boss is going to see me not vaping at the moment, making dinner and listening. Nice. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. We made hot dogs and French fries. Some nice ballpark Franks. I personally am not the biggest fan of the ballpark Franks. I am more of a natural casing, Mackenzie natural casing kind of guy myself. But the kids hate the fucking casing. I don't know what it is about kids, why they hate that casing, but I like that crunch, you know. I like that snap of the casing. But I'm not a real big hot dog guy myself. Like, if I'm going to eat a hot dog, it's either got to be a ballpark or a Mackenzie natural casing. I can't just eat the cheap $1 package of hot dogs because it just, I don't like the flavor. I think here they're called Bar S. And it's got like a weird flavor to it. And I know that hot dogs really are all just the recycled bits anyways. But it's got to have a good flavor. It can't taste like bologna. I know hot dogs and bologna are very similar. But when your hot dog tastes more like bologna than a hot dog, it's no bueno. Making baked chicken, mac and cheese, and broccoli. Fuck yeah, dude. I think I'm going to make me some homemade fucking from scratch mac and cheese for dinner tomorrow night. Oh yeah, that's what Thursday night's going to be. Thursday night mac and cheese night tomorrow night. I've got a nice fucking 2-pound brick of sharp cheddar. Then I've got some mild shaved cheddar. And I like to mix the bagged shaved cheddar with the fresh shaved cheddar because there is like a thing on the bagged shredded that makes it kind of not as good in a sauce. It kind of has this film or whatever after you make it into a sauce. So you've got to have at least 60% shredded by hand off a brick. And then the rest, I do like a Mexican Fiesta blend. So it's not just regular cheese, right? And then I throw in some shaker Parmesan. I throw in like a half a cup of that. Then to make my roux. Then I'll cook my noodles, right? And then I will put a layer of cheese on the bottom. Then I'll sprinkle bacon bits in the middle, okay? And then I'll put another layer of noodles, and then I'll put another layer of cheese over the noodles, another layer of bacon bits, and then I'll scrape the rest of the cheese sauce out of the pan over top of the bacon bits, sprinkle a little bit of that shredded cheese on top, throw it in the fucking oven for about a half an hour. After a half an hour, take it out, take some Italian flavored breadcrumbs, sprinkle that on the top, and then throw it back in the oven for another 8 minutes. Booyah! Got a nice fucking baller ass homemade mac and cheese from scratch. You already know. I use butter, milk, sour cream, and cheddar for my roux. That's how I make my base cheese sauce. It thickens up beautifully if you use half a cup of sour cream, a cup of whole milk, and then the rest shredded cheese. Oh, yeah. And, half a stick or a full stick of butter, depending on, like, you as a person. Some people like it a little bit more buttery, so they'll throw a whole stick in. Personally, I usually use about a half a stick because too much more than that, and it does feel a little greasy. But if you're going to use the breadcrumbs, it is a little bit better to throw in like maybe 3/4 of a stick. Maybe I'll use 3/4, but it's going to be a nice homemade fucking mac and cheese loaf. And the beauty part is I make enough when I make it so that I make like an extra dish on the side for my grandmother, because my grandmother doesn't eat well. You know, she's an older woman on Social Security, and she's also gets like food stamps through the state. And her food stamps, she gets $22 a month now for food stamps. And then her Social Security pays her rent, and then she gets like $7 from them. So she gets $29 a month to have for meals, right? So $29 for food. And that's a good thing she doesn't smoke cigarettes or weed or anything like that. She has $29 a month for meals, so she buys only what she can really afford. And so when we make meals, I always make enough for her, because, you know, when she sees a bowl of fucking mac and cheese that I would eat in one sitting, she'll use that for 2 meals, right? And she just loves to get fucking food. She loves fruit, and, you know, and I would too if I was. And that's another thing, you know. The Social Security, it's just not right. Yeah, it's nice that they pay for her apartment and stuff. She's in an older person's home type area. But fuck, to try to live off like nothing. Toilet paper costs money. I mean, television, things. That's $29 is not enough for one older person or any person to eat off. It's just not. Oh, I kind of got sidetracked. She should have gotten more this month. My mom gets 11 and got over 200. I'm not sure if she did. Hopefully she did. That'd be fucking awesome. I haven't spoken to her yet this month, sadly. I'm sure we will probably this week. We'll have to ask her. Hopefully she did. That would be awesome. That would help her a lot. The shitty part is they probably would have fucking, if she got more of one thing, they'll offset it on another thing, you know? That's the shitty part about how it works for the older people. It's terrible. It really is. I'm not looking forward to any type of retirement just from seeing what my grandmother and grandparents go through. My wife's grandmother and grandfather, before they passed, you know, they were not living well. They were getting by, but not the best, you know. And it sucks to see that after he was a excavator operator for his whole life. He worked his ass off, you know. And to see how they had to live, it's like, fuck that. So I'm not looking forward to that. But I did get sidetracked. I was talking about the misinformation that's being spread around due to the coronavirus, right? A lot of places are in quarantine. Some places are starting to go back to work now. I guess like house cleaning workers that for elderly house cleaners and stuff like that. The elderly ones can now go back to work and stuff like that. So they are going to start slowly trickling people back in, which is nice. I can't wait to get back to work because, like I said, this unemployment fucking stimulus I haven't seen. Even if I do, we're going to be back to work in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So really, this extra added bonus unemployment money, I'm not really going to see much of it. I'm not going to be laid off till June, like some people will be. Nice. Yeah, I'm not planning on being laid off till July or June like some of these people. I know that my boss is chomping at the bit to get us back to work, and as soon as he does, I'm going to go back, you know what I mean? Because that's how I roll. I'm ready to work. And like I said, this added unemployment money, I haven't seen a dime of it. So for me, I would love to just sit around and collect, but my family has to eat, and I've got to fucking be able to buy weed, or even not just weed. Like, even if I couldn't buy weed, I wouldn't. I've gone through that before, years where I couldn't afford it, and so I didn't. But bills, car payments, doing the unemployment thing, I've managed to keep things caught up. Like, we're not in the boat where our bills are fucking a month past due or anything like that, because I haven't spent frivolously. Like, I've worked my ass off for the better part of my adult life to keep a very good payment record and constantly keep things paid up. So even though, we're just bouncing off the holidays, I didn't go through the holidays begging and borrowing and taking money I didn't have and doing shit like that. I worked with what I had for money to get presents and gifts, and what I couldn't get, I didn't get, and I kept the bills paid, I kept the lights on, and so things are paid up now, and we're not behind on anything, but as soon as I can, I'm going to go back to work. But the misinformation, okay, so there's so many people that are laid off and with nothing to do, so all they're doing is they're typing shit online, and some people, it starts off as something little, right? Like, one person will type on their Facebook page, "Oh, I just called H&R Block. Turns out I may not be getting the stimulus on my H&R Emerald card, blah, blah, blah." So another person sees that post, says to such and such, "Hey, did you see that you can't get your refund, your stimulus on your H&R Block card?" So that motherfucker then hops on the internet, goes and says, "Oh, anybody that's got an Emerald card ain't going to get their stimulus deposited onto it because they don't want to fuck with that money." And it turns into a chain of events that gets so skewed out of control. Probably it initiated from somebody who can't get it on their Emerald card for one reason or another. And then eventually, by the time it got to my Facebook page when I asked about it, it was something totally different. And I did start to get a little panicked, like, fuck, waiting for a paper check? That could be like 3 to 6 weeks before I receive a paper check. And if that's the case, so be it, because it's really money that I wasn't planning on getting. Yes, it's going to be getting my kids' bicycles, stuff like that, and I would love to do that for them right away. But hey, if I don't get the money, hey, I don't. Hey, it is what it is. But I gotta fucking weekly, I gotta be able to get the weed I need to smoke, the fucking breakfast I need to eat, any coffee. My wife smokes cigarettes, so there's gonna be a tobacco shortage. She's gonna need cigarettes. Things like that, there's needs, and my wife hasn't got unemployment in 6 weeks. She's been late. She got laid off as soon as the news announced that the virus was targeting more of the elderly people. They pretty much shut down the place that she works, because it's an Elks Club for retired vets and their spouses, etc. So most of them are all old people. They did open back up, but on a very, very, very light basis, so there's not enough work for her. So she's still laid off until everything can go back to normal. Hasn't seen a check. And when you go to the Department of Labor's website, you clearly see that it's not just her, it's thousands of, and probably hundreds of thousand people that have not received any check, can't file weekly because the system doesn't work, and is not getting through. You call, like we called 2,128 times. That's how much I called on just my cell phone, okay? My wife was also calling on her phone. 2,128 times over the course of the past 3 days, and not once did we get past either a busy signal, a call failed, user is busy signal, or a pre-recorded message that says our call volume is too high, we can't take your call back later. It's busy in the mornings, try the afternoon. And they have this alphabetized system where you've got to like call, all right, so if your name ends with a B, you've got to call on Monday, and that's the only day that you can call. Well, guess what? When the people whose last name ends in B tries to call Monday and they can't get through, do you think they're not going to try to call on Tuesday? No, they're going to try to call on Tuesday. So here's the problem. They did that name system. Well, what they should have done is not fucking change the entire unemployment system when they were so backed up that they couldn't handle the influx that they had. And now the people that work there, not only can they not handle the influx that they have and are getting, but now they're also learning this new system and trying to enforce this new system and implement it. How dumb is it to do that? Like, it's no secret that the unemployment system is bogged down and over fucking worked, and in Vermont it's broken right now. Nobody can file. You can't, the lucky ones can file. Like, I was able to get through and file, luckily. But a lot of people aren't even able to file their weekly benefits to get their checks because they enter their social and it says Social Security not found. That's what my wife says, and that's what a lot of other people are getting. And mine was doing it at first, but eventually I was able to, one day, I don't know how I did it. I just kept going and going, and one day I finally did get through. It was, for a while, they were open until 6 p.m., and I would find that I was able to get through after 5 p.m. because most people thought they were already closed, right? Well, yeah, it's, and I know for a fact about the people that work at the unemployment office because, not from firsthand experience, but I know somebody who's related to somebody who did work at the Vermont unemployment office in Waterbury. And he said himself that the people that work there mostly don't give a fuck about you. They don't get paid more if they wait on 5 people a day or if they wait on 50 people a day. So they're going to wait on as few people as they possibly can, take their time just as slow as they can because they're not getting paid extra to move any quicker. So they're not going to move any quicker. They don't really care if you get a paycheck or not because they're going to get their paycheck, and that's just sadly the way it is. And he told me this. He said, look, I shouldn't be telling you this, but this is the fact. And he was a guy who would really try to help you and gave a shit. And they ended up letting him go like 2 years later because he helped somebody get benefits who wouldn't have otherwise known that they were able to get benefits. They had filed for benefits over and over and kept getting denied, and he had said on a call to them that they had called saying, what the hell, what is it going to take to get I'm doing everything I can here, I've waited the week, I've done this, I've done that. And he finally said, hey, look, if you close this claim, refile it under this and this, then you can get it. And because of that, they fired him because this guy was eligible for benefits and he helped them get benefits. They fired him for that. That's crazy to me. That's what these people's jobs are, and to be fired because really the unemployment office doesn't want to give you benefits, right? They want to get the money from the employers or wherever they get it from and not have to pay it back because then they get that in their budget, the extra in their budget. So, to them, they're not going to hurry to get you a check. They're going to get their check every week, and they don't give a shit. And that's why I really try not to get laid off, even though my job is seasonal. I do everything I can. If they want me to work, I work. And that's why this year I stayed on. A lot of guys had the opportunity to stay on with me and were like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm going to lay me off. I've had enough, blah, blah, blah. And they're probably regretting it now, because now it's been for them getting laid off in January. It's been like 4 months for them. For me, it's been a long time. Yeah, he was one of the like shift heads or shift leaders that was like, if there was issues with somebody's claim or whatever, they would call him. But sometimes he would answer phones as well. Like when I would call to file my claim, I would say, hey, can I talk to such and such, and get patched through to him, because I just didn't even want to deal with anyone else. At the time, there was a lot more people working there too. He said when he first started working there, his first year, there was 20 people working there. His second year, they cut 2 positions. His third year, they cut 5 positions. So they're down now to 13 employees. And then the year before they fired him, they cut down another 4 positions. So they were down to only 9 people working there. And then when they cut him later on that year, when they did their cuts, they laid off 2 more people. So they're down to around 7 fucking people answering phones there. That's not enough. That's not enough under normal circumstances, let alone, the influx that they're getting right now, And, a lot of the problem with the internet is they need to hire really good programmers, because whatever the people they're hiring are doing, maybe it's the data that's being inputted on the back end. Who knows? But there is definitely an unemployment fucking problem here in Vermont, and a lot of misinformation about it. A lot of people are thinking, oh fuck, I can hop on unemployment, because of the corona, and just sit back and kick it and collect $1,100 from unemployment every week. Dude, no fucking way. It's not as simple. There are people, don't get me wrong, there are some people who, yeah, they can just sit back, kick it, collect unemployment, and get the $1,100, no problem. Then you run into people like me who are able to file, but just get their $500, just get the maximum amount, just get the check for the regular amount. And then you get the people who can't even file and can't even get anything. So, it's not just that simple. Nobody who, if you've got the option to work, probably a good idea to do it. Thanks, James. Appreciate you, bruh. Don't get me wrong here, but there is no such thing as easy money. There's no such thing as a free money. And yeah, it sucks. The government, the state, they always make all these promises and they don't follow through. But that's just the way the government works. Should there be anarchy in the streets? No. It sucks. It does. But most people are just going to have to suck it up, take what you can get as you can get it, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's it really for me as well. I'm gonna take another toke real quick. I'm gonna put this motherfucker away, because that's just how I roll. Then I'm going to grab my motherfucking Eon Smoke. This one is the strawberry, not menthol, just regular strawberry. We'll give that a toke. Not bad, but I do prefer the if it's going to be a disposable Eon Smoke, for me it really has to be menthol, because I've got grape and I've done the strawberry banana. I've done a couple of them, and yeah, I'm just not a super huge fan of the non-menthol disposies. But you do get a pretty nice toke off that, and a pretty nice hit. Also, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab my Zenith here with my Daiso RTA. Blow some O's, brah. Blow some fucking O's, dog. You already know that I blow O's for real. And let me tell you something. For anybody who has stucking around, okay, for the very end of the show, you're not gonna regret it, because let me tell you, you already know that we've got some fucking vape tricks, okay? And I'm gonna tell you guys something, okay? These vape tricks cannot be gotten on any other channel but the Talkin' Toke channel, okay? Let me tell you something right now. You cannot find vape tricks like this anywhere else. You used to be able to find them on the VT Vape Guy channel, but that motherfucking channel got deleted. So here they are. We've got an oldie but a goodie, and I guess this would be now technically debuting on YouTube for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Squid. Here we go. That's right. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The fucking Squid. There it is. An oldie but a goodie. You already know. Vape tricks for real. Now, I have one more trick for you guys tonight. And if you want to see more vape tricks, you'll have to tune in next motherfucking Wednesday night for the solo show on then. Vape Vermont, what up? You just caught the end of it, man. I'm about to throw down another vape trick. Also making the debut on YouTube, because the VT Vape Guy channel got banned and deleted and removed. So there are no videos of this vape trick anywhere else but the Talkin' Toke channel. Debuting for the very first time, making its debut fucking show. Sorry about the fucking distortion right there. Here we go. This one is called the Stingray. Stingray, baby. That's what I'm talking about. You can't get vape tricks like that on any other channel but the Talkin' Toke channel. Wednesday nights on the solo shows. You already know what it is. If you don't tune in, you played yourself, okay? If you don't share this on Facebook, you played yourself. If you don't smash that like button, everybody, you fucking played yourself. Plain and simple. If you don't do it, you played yourself. If you don't do it, you played yourself. If you don't fucking do it, you played yourself. Man, I got a fucking kickstart, baby. So, there it is, guys. That's it. That's what I got for you tonight. I'm going to leave you with a vape. I've got my Reload RTA on my Vapor Shark Hedron, basically RX200S. And I'm going to take a, fuck yeah, dude. And I've got two more tricks plus next week, too. So stay tuned for that next Wednesday at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? Be there, or you played yourself. So, yeah, I'm going to do the vape on the Reload, because that's just how I roll. Thank you, Vape Vermont, James Riviera, Fire J. Let's see. Mitch was also in here tonight. Thank you guys all for Dan Hill. Shout out. Shout outs, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you all for coming in. I'm outie like Quattro. Check the replay or check me next week. Bada bing. Also, Sundays. Don't forget the Talkin' Toke. Me and Jonesy. Sundays, 1 p.m. Bada bing, bada boom. Special guests all the time. That's just how we do. So, later, guys. Peace. I'm out of here.